Does my hair look good? All right. So I get this question quite a bit when I am talking to agents who are new, or maybe they haven't gotten into the industry yet and they're looking to get into it. I get a question, should I consider LOA over broker, or vice versa? Should I consider broker over LOA? Depending on who you talk to, you can kind of get almost like this extreme opinion on it. There's a lot of opinions out there that LOA is the devil, like the LOA model's the devil, and an agent should never consider doing that or going that direction. And there's also this concept for agents who are LOA, that have gone LOA, that they can't do broker, that it's impossible to go broker from that point. And both of those ideas are really kind of extreme ideas. Not something that anyone should just adopt and say that's the final rule. It really depends on where you are. My name is Jackson Taylor. I'm the VP of Sales here at Brock Partners, and I actually started LOA. I started LOA here. My contracts to sell health insurance products, Medicare products, are LOA. I am still LOA. Now I have stepped out of a sales role and I'm doing sales training and I'm in operations, but my career started LOA, and that was the best thing in the world for me. It really took my career and just put it on a fast track. It was what I needed, and there are some arguments to be made whether or not the vehicle you get in, the company you join, if that's, there's some luck involved, but that's anything, I think in life. Anything in life has situational luck, or whatever you want to call it. It's capitalizing on the situation that you're in. But I started LOA. That's where I started, and I started selling for Brock Partners. Justin hired me, and I was an LOA sales agent here. I was just selling, and my commissions were assigned to Brock Partners. Now, before I dive too deep into like my path and what I did, I do want to break down the difference. If you're watching this, you're at least interested in learning what they are and what the differences are. If I'm a broker, then I am essentially becoming a business owner. I am becoming a Medicare agent that will get contracted, hopefully through Broad Partners, by the way, but I'll get contracted, and I will operate my business. I will become an agent that services Medicare beneficiaries or whatever health insurance products I'm selling, and I will service these people, and I will run my operation. I'll run my business as a broker. I set my own hours. I get my contracts. I generate my leads. That's a great way to go if you want to be a business owner, if you want to create something, if you want to be someone who is creating a business, if you want to be your own boss. That's the way to go. And there are people out there who need to do that. We have tons of partners who have done that, and that is a great role to go, and that is working for yourself. I'll be the one to tell you it is working for yourself. LOA is more of an employee role. That's what it typically is. Now, you do have situations where someone has an LOA contract set up, and they're not an employee. They're still having to generate their own leads. They're still having to support themselves and act as an employee while paying for their leads, doing this or that on their own, and that is certainly not something you want to do. That's why there maybe is a bad rep in the industry for the LOA model for some agents. That's why some agents are scared of it, because they've heard the horror stories. But if you get in the right vehicle, if you get in the right company, you get in the right situation, you get the right contract, LOA, it can be something that's incredible for you. If you are looking to be more of an employee who wants to sell for a business, not necessarily operate that business, then that's a great way to go. That's the direction I took. I got in, I was looking to replace my income, got LOA contracts here with Brock, and the rest is history. I just gradually have moved up in this company with my career and in this industry, learning more and more and more outside of what most LOAs maybe know. And it has been great for me. It's been a fast track. I've gotten to a place very quickly that a lot of people don't reach for a very long time. I've been in the industry right at 5 years now, and it feels like, honestly, some of the things that I've developed and learned, it feels like I've maybe been around for 20 years compared to some of these other LOAs and some of these even agents who are broker. just because I got in a situation that was good for me, but I capitalized. And obviously I had the right people around me. Having Justin Brock as your mentor, that's a heck of a start, but getting around the right people, that's what's important. Having the right environment, capitalizing, really going after it, and being the best you can be. And you got to do that either way. Broker, LOA, doesn't matter what direction you go, you're going to have to capitalize. If I'm going broker, you're going to have to do the same things. You got to put your head down. You got to work. You have more risk in the game. If I'm LOA, I still have to put my head down and got to get to work if I want to succeed, depending on what my contract is. Hopefully, if you are LOA, then you've gotten some kind of commission structure where you're getting part of the comp there. And if you are, then you still have got to put your head down and earn your income. That's how it works. Either way, I've got to work hard, and I've got to do what I got to do. I've got to learn Medicare. I've got to create relationships with customers. I've got to create relationships in the industry. Really, if I'm going broker or LOA, I would say more importantly is keeping your mind open to what the industry has to offer. A lot of LOAs, the mistake that they make, a lot of brokers, the mistake they make, is that this industry is just in their backyard or it's in their office. It's so much more than that. And what we've seen, the difference between our environment compared to other environments is crazy. We have LOAs here that are lapping agents in the industry, right? There are agents who have been broker for 20 years that are writing 50 apps a year, and that's great. That's fantastic, but they've never grown because they don't have the right support. And then we have LOAs here that are writing 1,000 applications, 1,000 policies in their first year because they have the right support, they have the right model. That person needs to be LOA. Maybe they could go broker when they learn it, but in the beginning they need to be LOA, and it's been great. And we've had a lot of agents who start LOA here. They learn the business, they learn the industry, and then they go broker, and that's a great model for them too. And vice versa. We've had agents who actually were broker and then have come LOA. And so either way, I don't think there's a right answer for either direction. I don't think there's I got to do it this way or you got to do it that way. That's the problem. The problem is telling everyone that one way is wrong over the other. That's not the case. It's about who you are and what you want to accomplish and how you want to accomplish it. Not that I'm saying everyone like me has to do it this way, but I'm someone who was looking for a career. I was looking for a job. I was looking to be an employee. I was not looking to start my own business. And the LOA model was great for me. And getting in the right team, being with Brock Partners, was certainly fortunate enough. But if you're watching this video, regardless, you can make that you can make that reality for you too. You can become a partner of Brock. You can be a Brock partner, by making that decision and joining what we're doing here. And so certainly that was a great move for me, and that's something that has exponentially helped me. But at the same time, it's not this is one way to go, this is the other way to go. It really depends on what's important to you. And so ultimately, what I'm going to end up telling you towards the end of this video is that really you have to weigh the options. Consider it, keep your mind open, decide what direction is ultimately going to be best for you, your situation, your family. Regardless of what you decide, put your head down, drive, go, and be the best Brock partner you can be.